Hooligan world, football hooligan world, football violence world once again coming at you. Yours truly, Delboy D, Derek Diablo, into Miami for IMF, Miami Casuals, Diablo TV. Like and subscribe. Do the things you're supposed to do now and then. Woo! We've eaten around other parts of this pie. Now it seems we're coming to the juicy center, may I say. The question becomes, hooligans of Northwest England versus London area hooligans. Who's the hardest? So, it's 2020, we're in the midst of the coronavirus, the whole world has shut down. We don't know what it's going to look like when it starts back up, but we do have the history up to 2020 of football hooliganism, football itself, football violence, soccer as some would mistakenly call it, association football if you will. Now then, London has been the epicenter of emerging cultures, other places around the world as well, other places in America, no mistake. Miami, LA, NYC, you already know. But London has produced some of the most vital culture in history, and it continues to do so. So when it comes to English styles and British styles, London is the New York City, let's say, of England, so it's going to get your attention, and a lot of things do emanate from there, indeed. But when it comes to football casuals, as many would argue, but this is not something that was London-based. This was something that came from, if my history is correct, Liverpool, then Manchester, then Aberdeen. That's the way I see it, Scotland. Either way, it wasn't a London thing, it wasn't a Cockney thing, but the Cockneys I could see had their own thing. They were different, they were dressers, but it wasn't the same casuals with the sportswear. With that being said, it comes to the strength of the violence of the mobs, because we're talking about the big four from London. Your heavyweights, your famous, your West Ham, your Millwall, your Chelsea, your Tottenham, they're firms. But then if you start thinking about the Northwest England, everybody say, oh, it's grim up north. That the north is harder than London area. I've been all through London area. It's different now. I've seen a lot of it was posh. Maybe that's different in the 80s and 90s. However, you talk about now the big four of Northwest England, as I see it, Manchester United, top, biggest, strongest mob of all time. All the city mobs, Manchester City, Liverpool, Scousers, a breed unto themselves, Everton, woo! So 4-on-4 in a fantasy matchup, somewhere in some city that was designed for it. If I could ever make this happen, it wouldn't really mean as much now because it's not the same mobs from back then. But if you can, just fantasize a minute while you're sitting at home with me, all you lads out there. You take top era, Manchester United, Red Army, all their mobs, Man in Black, onto Intercity Jibbers, on down the line. You take all those mobs. You take the Man City mob, governors, young governors, Blazing Squad. You go to all the entire Scousers that's with Liverpool. You go to the CRC, County Road Cutters, Everton, and you put them against those four mobs. Buddy, I'm sorry. I think the Northwest will prevail. Now, who's got the best style? That's another matter altogether, because London style is different from Northwest. Even Manchester and Liverpool style is different. But when it comes to who's the hardest, Northwest England hooligans or London area hooligans, right now, no question, London area ain't got nothing on them. In history, in a fantasy matchup of all London area hooligans versus all Northwest England hooligans, who will win? In the comments below, you tell me, babies. But I got my money on Northwest England United.